Did you know that Elementor lets you use just the built-in tools to create 404 error pages quite simply? In this video, I'm going to show you how it gets done. Let's get started. Okay, so obviously we want when somebody goes to our website that they don't see this kind of 404 page. You know, we want this to look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing and that we're able to direct people to our homepage when they visit the website. Now, we don't want to automatically reload them or redirect them to the website, to the homepage. We want to make sure that this is an action that they take themselves. So first, let's go ahead and create that 404 page within Elementor. So we're going to go into our dashboard. We're going to go down to where it says templates, and we're going to go to theme builder. Once we go to theme builder, on the left hand side, you'll notice that there's an area for an error 404. So this is where we're going to want to go. We're going to click on that, and towards the right hand corner of the screen, we're going to see an add new button. We're going to click on that, and it's going to take us to the Elementor builder. Now, you can choose, if you want to, some of the pre-designed templates that the software offers, but for our purposes, we're going to go ahead and create our own. I'm going to click on the X button on the top right, and it'll take us directly to our builder. Now, typically when you have a website built, you're going to want to make sure that you keep your header and your footer in this 404 page. But again, everything comes down to preference. I like to keep it there because people are able to navigate to different sections of the website by themselves, or if I have a join our mailing list in the footer, they can easily do that. So the first thing I like to do is just make sure that things are named properly. So I'm going to go into the settings, and I'm going to call this a default error 404. This just makes it a little bit nicer than it currently does. I'm going to hit publish, and I want to include this page on all the 404 errors. I'm going to save and close. All right, and right now we have everything set and good to go. So the first thing we're going to want to do this style wise is we're going to go into the plus sign here, and we're going to add a new section, and we're going to just select 100% for that section. We're going to click in the center, we're going to click on style, we're going to choose the background type, and we're going to go from classic, and then we're going to go under image, and we're going to give this a background. Now I already uploaded the image, so it just makes things a little bit faster, and hit select. Now you'll notice that the image doesn't take a full height of the screen. We want to fix that. The way we do that is we go into section here again, we're going to layout, and we choose on the height a minimum height, and we want that to be 100 viewable height. So this makes sure that the section is filled 100% essentially of the screen. All right, I think that looks very good. I'm going to go back into the style section, and then I want to just change the way that this image looks. If you look at the image here on the left, it doesn't look like it's rendering properly here in the center. So we're going to go into make sure that the image size is full, to make sure it's using the highest resolution possible. We're going to go under precision, and we're going to use the center. This ensures that whatever shows up in the middle is going to be the center of the image. And we're going to choose no repeat because we don't want to create a scenario where you have a bowl here, and on the other side when it tries to create a repeating pattern, that things flow nicely. So we just want to make sure this is a big enough image that if it fills up, it should look good. All right, so no repeat, and we're going to choose cover to make sure that everything fits nicely within our viewport. All right, we're done here. We don't need to select any of this other stuff, these other options, and then we're going to add some copy. So obviously when somebody lands on this page, we want to tell them that this is a 404 error page. So I'm going to upload a headline here. Choose a headline widget and put it in the center, and then we're going to choose our H1 tag. Make sure that this is a 404 page, and then we're going to choose the style. I'm going to choose a secondary color, and I'm going to put a page headline just to make it nice and big, and then I'm going to put in the content. So 404, and then I'm going to add page not found, and then I'm going to center that on the screen. Now if you notice that it's a little bit hard to read because you have some white teapots here on the back of the screen. So we're going to want to give our text a little bit of a drop shadow. So we're going to head into the style. We're going to choose text shadow and we're going to give it 5. That kind of helps a lot already, stand out a little bit from the background. The next thing we want to do is go into the section again, go onto background overlay under the style tab, and then we're going to give it a little bit of a background color that's going to be overlaid over the image. So here for most instances, what you want to use is a dark color. See how that stands out. But we don't want it to be too dark because we don't want it to be so gloomy. So we're just gonna take it down a notch here. I think that looks pretty good. And the next thing I want to do is, instead of just saying 404 page not found, we want to give our visitor just a little bit of context. So we want them to take some kind of action. So we're gonna add some additional text. We're going to choose an H4 because it's not as high priority. We're going to center that as well. And we're going to write, visit our homepage to learn more about our restaurant. Okay, and then we're going to give it a color that stands out. In our case, it would be white. And then we're just going to choose the text that's description larger, so it's not so crazy. And then we're going to give it also a little bit of a drop shadow, just so you can read it a little bit easier. That already looks so much better. Now, the last thing I like to do is make sure we have a button, just to again reiterate that there is some action that you should take here. I'm going to center that on the screen and type in, go to the home page. Okay, let's make that uppercase to the home page. All right, perfect. Here we go. And then we're going to link it to the home page by typing in home and selecting the home page from the drop down. And then we're going to make it a little bit bigger so it stands out a little bit more. We're going to hit update. And then we're also just going to make this whole thing a link. So we're going to go into content and also put a home page here. That way, whenever somebody goes to the site, they are able to easily get to the home page. All right, let's preview now and see what this looks. All right, this looks so much better already than what we currently had. So now when you go to OOP, you have a 404 page not found, visit our home page to learn more about a restaurant. Here you can link to the home page from here, and everything looks a lot better. And that's all you need to do basically to get to be able to do this. As you can see, Elementor lets you build basically any 404 page that you can dream of. The builder is actually quite powerful and it gives you quite a bit of options. So if you found this tutorial useful, don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment below. And talk to you soon.